Hello everyone, welcome to new video. Today we are going to discuss about chemical equations, a very important concept of your chapter, chemical equation and its reaction. New physical and chemical properties are formed. Here when copper sulfate react with iron, two new substances, that is ferrous sulfate and copper, are formed. Physical changes. Change in color or state occurs but no substance is formed. Example, water changes to steam on boiling but no substance even made. Even though steam and water look different, they are to react with a piece of Na. They react the same way and give the exact same product. These involve only the change in the state, and the change in the state is nothing but liquid state to vapor state. That is only the state. Let us first look at a chemical reaction in the activity. A colorless solution of zinc sulfate ZnSO4 is formed. On addition of zinc dust, the blue solution of copper sulfate CuSO4 is formed. These chemical reaction can be written in brief as follows. First we have to write down aqueous solution of copper sulfate plus zinc dust, and it gives in reaction of aqueous solution of zinc sulfate plus copper. This is your first reaction. When we further react this specific reactant, representing a chemical equation in the words is called as word equation. The above reaction which we are going to represent in the form of words, so that's the reason it is called as word equation. A word equation can be written in further condensed form by using chemical formula as follows. CuSO4, which means aqueous solution of copper sulfate, plus Zn, which means zinc dust. It gives in ZnSO4, that is aqueous solution of zinc sulfate plus copper. This is out our second reaction, or the first reaction, which we are going to write down in the form of word equation. The representation of chemical reaction in a condensed form by using chemical formula is called as a chemical equations. In the above equation, copper sulfate, that is CuSO4, and zinc are the reactant, and the reactant with each other to form copper particles, that is Cu, and solution of colorless zinc sulfate as the product having total different properties. The ionic bond in the reaction, that is CuSO4, breaks and ionic bond in the product ZnSO4 is formed during the reaction. Now students, what is meant by solute and what is meant by solvent? A basic question which we have seen in last year also. Reactant means what? The substance which start reacting to another one, or the two things which are react with each other, and the product is get after reaction of these two products. So in that, solute means what? The small amount of particle or the small quantity of reactant is known as solute, and large quantity of a reactant is known as solvent. When solute plus solvent react with each other, so for that addition sign or plus sign is used. In the above reaction, CuSO4 plus Zn, in that plus sign indicates that is the solute plus solvent. After arrow is there, that arrow represents the reaction, that is ZnSO4, that is the product, whatever the solute we have taken, and after reaction will get the product, that is called as solute plus solvent, which is also known as reactant. For chemical reaction, some of observation that help to determine a chemical reaction. A chemical reaction can be determined with the help of any of the following observation. Whatever the observation is, it doesn't matter whatever the observation is. There was a total 5 observations are there. First of all, evolution of gas. Second one, change in temperature. Third one, formation of precipitate. Fourth one, change in color. And the last one, that is change of state. See students, evolution of gas. Evolution of gas is nothing but the production of formation of gas. If we burn the wood, so we get the black smoke, that is formation of or evolution of gas. If we done sooty flame reaction, so the temperature of an solution increases. Formation of precipitate. In previous reaction, when ZnSO4 plus copper sulfate react with each other, so precipitate we got. Change in color, it changes into blue, and change in state. First of all, it is in solid state, afterwards after reaction it changes into in a liquid state. Now we are going to discuss about type of chemical reactions. Now type of chemical reaction that taking into consideration different factors. Chemical reactions are grouped into multiple categories. Few examples are combination, decomposition, single displacement, double displacement, redox reaction, endothermic reaction, exothermic reaction, precipitation and neutralization. Students, we know combination, decomposition, single displacement, double displacement, redox, exothermic, endothermic, precipitation, neutralization. Few of I'll tell you. Combination means what? When the two reactant are combined and two different forms or two different components we get called combination. Next, displacement means what? When there is only a displacement of a particle. For example, H2O, when it converted into vapor, so only displacement occurs, that is H separated, hydrogen separated and oxygen. Same as like double displacement, redox. Endothermic means what? Which evolve the heat, and exothermic means what? Endothermic means what? Which acquire the heat, and exothermic means what? Which evolve the heat. Precipitation means what? After reaction, if some amount of precipitate we got, so that is called as precipitate. And neutralization is nothing but the reaction in which when acid and base react with each other, so form neutral, that is salt plus water. That definition, that reaction we know, that reaction is known as neutralization reaction. Word equations. A word equation is a chemical reaction expressed in the form of word rather than the form of chemical formula. It helps to identify the reactant and the product in a chemical reaction which is given in the form of word. For example, sodium chloride plus gives sodium chloride. This equation is written in the form of word. That is why such a type of equations or such a type of reactions are known as word equation. For example, writing a chemical equation representation of a chemical reaction in the terms of symbol and a chemical formula of the reactant and the product is known as chemical equation. As you can see, zinc plus H2SO4 is an reactant. When they react with each other, it gives ZnSO4 plus H2O is released. In that I have written SAQ arrow. What is meant by that? For solid, the symbol is S. For liquid, it is L. For gas, it is G. For aqueous solution, it is AQ. For gas product in the reaction, it is represented by arrow, which is exactly overhead, because gas are lighter and they float over the surface of a region. That is why the arrowhead is upside. So these are the symbols that we use to represent the chemical reaction in the form of equations. I hope you understand this phenomenon. If you understand this phenomenon, so don't forget to like, share and subscribe my channel. After subscription, you will get notification. For that purpose only you have to subscribe, and it is free of cost. For just that notification, whenever I'll upload the video, you will get notification. If you have a doubt, so you can ask me in the comment box, which is tabulated given below. Thank you.